Hi guys, Dan the Mountain Man here, and it's another day for cooking here. And today we are cooking Guinness beef stew. Okay, now what you're going to need for this is you're going to need vegetable oil, 3 tablespoons. Alright, and you're going to need some beef chuck roast. I already got the stew beef here, so it's already pre-cut, and that's about 3 pounds. So like that. Gonna need about 2 medium onions. I guess this medium here of chopped onions. So then 2 stalks of celery, chopped. I already got those chopped up. And got some 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I got a lot here. So 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. You can get it, you can mince it up yourself, or you can get a little thing of mixed garlic. It's usually in the produce department. And then a little can of tomato paste, and some 2 teaspoons of freshly chopped thyme. So that'll add some good flavor to this. And of course you're gonna want some salt and black pepper. So that'll be teaspoon and a half of the salt and half a teaspoon of the pepper, and of course you can't have Guinness stew without a bottle of Guinness beer. So there's a beer, and not to worry about it if you don't like alcohol. Alcohol cooks out in the cooking process. So and then you're gonna need a cup of beef broth, and it calls for 3 carrots. I just got the little baby carrots. I like these. You don't have to cut them or anything, just throw them in. Then about 3/4 pound of turnips. I got 2 of these, come to just right on that. So we're going to chop these up, of course. And then a pound of potatoes, which in this case came out to 2 potatoes. So we're going to start working on all this stuff here, and see how it all goes. Alright, well, we'll see you in just a little bit here. Okay guys, first thing we're gonna do is start cooking up this 3 pounds of beef. I got my you can cook this in one pot. I'm gonna try cooking it in the I usually cook this in the crock pot, but first you got to cook up a few things. So you put in 2 tablespoons of the 3 of the oil, and you just start putting in your meat. Here, and start getting it cooked. Alright, well, I'm gonna get it started and cooked. Well, the bad thing is they only had like they didn't really have a full pound of this. It was all 8/10 or 7/10 or half. Let's see. Yeah, this is the only one that was over a pound that I got. So we're gonna get it all in here and get it cooked up. Now you can break this up into smaller batches, but I'm gonna just sit here and cook it up like this. Get ready for it to get brown. Now, while it's stewing, I'm gonna finish chopping up the rest of my potatoes here. I already got the turnips chopped up here. So we're gonna do the potatoes. Get that cut. You want to chop them up into about a 1/2 inch cubes. And that's while the beef is cooking here. I don't have to be exact, but yeah, it's good. We'll just get this stirred a little bit, flipped over, and it's browning, so it's looking good. Yeah, just get it all mixed in there and wait for it till it's all brown. It's still going there. So okay guys, while this is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off while this is cooking here, and I'll show you what to do when this gets done. Alright guys, the meat has been cooking for 10 minutes. It's good and brown. Now what you're going to want to do is take your beef and pull it off and set it off to the side, and we'll go for the next step here. So we'll get this all off in here. I got this big bowl. We'll set it in. Yeah. Okay, And we'll just sit this over here. Now, the next thing you want to do is the other teaspoon of oil. Sit that in there. And then you're going to put in your onions. And you're going to cook the onions until they're transparent. And you put in your celery in there as well. And just cook about 10 minutes. You want to cook it until they're transparent. So you just get it all broke up in here. So, already smells good. So I'm going to cook this, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes here. I'm going to let this cook up. Okay guys, now for the fun part. I'm going to grab this here. We're going to start doing some of the other stuff here. We're going to get to the real bit here. Alright. What you're going to need to do now, since the onions are pretty much clear, I'm going to put in your all-purpose flour. Put in the minced garlic. I'm going to put in the tomato paste. And I'll put in a little bit more than what the original recipe asked for. That's so I don't have a wasted can, but it calls for a tablespoon of this, but that's a lot more than a tablespoon, ain't it? But I don't have anything right now that I'm planning on cooking that needs tomato paste. So that's why I use that. Okay? Then we're going to put in the thyme, the salt and pepper, and we're going to get this all stirred in. In about a minute here, we'll get it all cooked in. Alright, now we're going to pop open the beer here, and I'm just going to pour it in here and get it all. I tell you, Guinness is about my favorite beer. I don't drink very much, but when I do, I like getting something close to a Guinness. And we're gonna scrape up all the brown bits from the bottom of the and it all good mixed in there. See, as they were cooking this part here, all the alcohol in the beer gets cooked out. So we're gonna get it all cooked in here. All Okay guys, for the next step in this whole procedure, I'm supposed to use a wooden spoon, but I'm going to use the plastic spatula. I guess it'll do just as good. Alright. Now as we get that done, we're going to move on to the next part here. We're going to go ahead and move over here. In here, I got the thing we're going to, we got everything going here. I've got this preheated a little bit. It's sitting on low, but we're going to take this is the hardest part here of the whole process. I know this about having to do this way, but I'm just going to move everything over here. Now if you cook this in a big pot, one big pot, it'd be better, but I'm going to leave this cooking while I head off to work, and then I'll have something to eat for a couple of days. So get all the good bits off of here. Go ahead and do that. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to do this here is alright, next thing we're going to do, we're going to put in the turnips, put in the thing, we're going to put in your potatoes, and we're going to put in the carrots here. Get it all good and stirred up here. Alright, now I'm going to put in our beef again. Get that stirred up. I probably just need to get me get it all stirred up in here. It just smells so good. And we're going to go ahead and put in the beef broth. Get it all good and stirred up here. Make sure everything's coated with that goodness. Alright guys, I'm going to put this on low. I'm going to head to work while this is cooking. It already smells good. Alright guys, well, we'll put the lid on and I'll see you guys in a few hours. I'm going to go off the work here, and then I'm going to come back and have something good to eat. Okay guys, it is a little bit of an hour inside of cooking this, I went ahead a little while ago and added a cup of another cup of beef broth, but it should get sucked up by the potatoes as they cook and the turnips. So it's looking good. Alright, well, I'll be leaving here shortly to head off to work. I'll leave this cooking while I'm off at work, and then when I get home tonight, we'll give it a try. See how it all turns out. And it looks good. So here we go. We'll just put the lid back on there and let it sit. Alright. Okay guys, now it's time. We got this done. We're gonna get it out here. Alright. Cooked a little bit. Actually, this is the next. So look at that. That is good. And we're gonna give this a try. Spoon here. And a little spoon here. So here we go. This. God, it tastes so good. That's the best thing about cooking in a crock pot, is that it just lets everything sit, and different tastes come together. And with the Guinness, you get the good flavor of the beer in there, and the potatoes and the turnips are a nice tender. So guys, this is Guinness Stew, beef stew. It's just perfect for your St. Patrick's Day meal. If you're like me and don't like the corned beef and cabbage. So okay guys, take time to comment below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, take time to subscribe to my channel so you can get some of my other cooking videos. I have a cooking video that comes out every Saturday, and also I do some taste test videos. I do some subscription boxes, and I also do some regular blogs and adventure videos when I get a chance to do those. And well guys, you just remember to enjoy the day that the Lord's given you, and I'll see you guys next video. I'm going to finish enjoying up my Guinness stew here, and catch you guys later. Oh, full of flavor. It's tender.